Welcome back, everybody, to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here in NCAA Football 14. As today, the Hornets return home as they are set to take on the number 8 ranked LSU Tigers in what should be a fun one. This is really Westlake's second game of the past month. I mean, we're in week 7. They've only played once since week 3, so the Hornets should be fresh. They should have more than enough energy to really be playing their best football for 60, or I guess technically 28 minutes. Westlake's previous game was 2 weeks ago, 35-3 victory over Cal, their first and only conference game so far this season. The Hornets just played really well in that game. Peyton Curtis, the quarterback, didn't look particularly great, but the Hornets ran the ball extremely well, and defensively they were great too. The opponent is the 4-1 LSU Tigers, who just lost 2 weeks ago to Mississippi State. And now here, the Tigers have to win to pretty much keep their championship hopes alive. Welcome everybody to the Hornets' Nest as the number 8 LSU Tigers are set to take on the number 2 Westlake Hornets. Also got a few big-name prospects visiting this week, including a bunch of good wide receivers. 5-star Cassius Troy, 4-star Tegan Moon, and 4-star Dale McBride are among the many players and, I guess, receivers visiting this week. 3rd and 1 here for LSU. This will be a huge stop early in this football game for Westlake if they can get it. Callahan in motion. Anderson hands it off for Callahan on the jet sweep, and he loses one, maybe two. It's the senior Cole Spencer there with the tackle for loss. That'll be a LSU 3 and out. Looking at Westlake's previous game against Cal, I would definitely consider it an offensive anomaly. The Hornets scored 35 points, which isn't to be unexpected. This offense averages around 35 a game, actually a little bit over. But it was the way the Hornets did it. We know Westlake is a pass-first offense, but in that game, they just dominated with the run, which is something you don't see every day from this team. Here is a pass fell over to Noah Newton. That was a tough pass from Curtis, getting in between two defenders right in the hands of the Edmonton, Canada native Noah Newton, the redshirt junior. Absolute dart for a gain of 17. Westlake's offense is looking pretty good so far. They have it at the 35. It is first down as Curtis, under pressure, pump fakes twice and is sacked for a loss of 9. I don't really know what he was trying to do there, but okay. As multiple LSU defenders were in the backfield, they're going to give that sack, however, to Robert Beverly. 3rd and 1 from the 26. 5 wide set for Westlake. That's interesting, I suppose. Peyton Curtis is all alone in the backfield, looking to throw it. He's going to get it to his favorite target of the year, Nigel Wiggins, for 18. Of course, Wiggins leads college football in receiving yards, and I think receiving touchdowns too. He's gotten at least 100 yards every single game this season, and he could break some records by season's end. 3rd and goal from about the 1. Westlake was unable to punch it in running the ball. Let's see if they try to change that up or if they'll go back to the run, and no, it will be a throw. Curtis, he will throw it in the back of the end zone as there is pressure at his face, so does Westlake go for it, or do they take the points? 4th and goal from the 1. Westlake will go for it. That's Tim Beck in the backfield. Young in motion. This clock might run out, and it does not. Westlake gets it off just in time, and they are able to score as that's Beck who runs for the touchdown. And the Hornets strike first in lucky fashion, I guess you could describe it as. Here returns LSU with the ball. Their last drive was not too great. Let's see what they can do here on first down. It will be a handoff for Leonard Ball, who finds the hole. That's what he said. That'll be a gain of 15. That's LSU's first down of the afternoon. It is 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers. A little bit over a minute left to go in the first. Westlake leads it 7-0. As Anderson under pressure, and he is sacked. That's the senior Steve Harvey with the play. And now it's a 3rd and 18. Certainly not where LSU wants to be. Their offense ain't looking too hot so far today. Quarter number 1 in the books. Westlake leads it 7-0. It is 3rd and 1 for the Hornets. Jason Gibbs for running back in the backfield. He gets the handoff, but he does not get the first. As he does not get anything, Pat Sawyer with the tackle, and that'll likely force a punt. LSU's offense can get into a groove. They can absolutely stay in this football game. First down, Tigers almost have it at the 50. Now they're past the 50. Ball gets the first. He's been really good so far for LSU. 5 carries, 48 yards. I think you just got to feed him the ball and let him run over this D. 2nd and 10 here for LSU. They have it at about the 42-yard line. As Anderson's going to keep it himself. He has a few blocks. He's going to get the first and more. Down the field, he gains 32 on the run. And just judging by that play, he does not look like the most athletic player. But just because of great blocking, they'll be able to get it into the red zone. As there are like 5 Westlake defenders close to him, but they all got blocked before Josh Wilson was there with the tackle. It is 3rd and 7 at about the 7, maybe the 8. Anderson looking, and his pass is incomplete. Nice coverage from Andy Pino. Marcus Lee also there. LSU is likely going to have to take the points. Here is the field goal unit to make it a 4-point game. The kick is up, and it is good. And LSU will cut the lead down to 7-3. So we've got ourselves an EA Sports Studio update. Got a fun one out there in BYU, as they are tied up at 7 with the Duke Blue Devils. BYU is 4-1 this year. Good for them. It's a shame Westlake's going to clobber them on their senior day again. Last drive for Westlake wasn't ideal, as it was a 3-and-out. Now it's a 2nd and 1. Here's Curtis looking to throw it. He's going to get it to Nigel Wiggins on that stick play. You know Curtis and Wiggins absolutely love this route because it's successful pretty much every single time he's open, which is quite often. 3rd and 1 for Westlake. If they don't get it, they are in 4-down territory, so I would expect them to go for it. Will that be an issue, though, is Curtis. He's going to dump it off short for Beck, who is going backwards. Actually, he doesn't go backwards, but he doesn't gain anything. So it's a 4th and 1, and I expect Westlake to keep the offense on the field. And that they will do. 4th and 1. Westlake has elected to go for it. Curtis will look to throw it. He's actually going to scramble and run with it, and he gets the first, pushed out for a gain of 7. That'll be a Westlake first down. 2nd and 10 here for Westlake. A little bit over 2.5 here to go in the first half as Peyton Curtis looking. He is an open man. That's already Aluko, who is tackled into the end zone for a Westlake touchdown, and the Hornets will extend their lead here late in half number 1. 3rd and 6 for LSU. I feel like they've got to score on this drive, or else this game could get a little bit ugly for them. But they got to get this first down if they want any chance putting up some points. They're letting the clock go. I understand why, but that just shows a lack of faith in this offense. And I guess since it's the quarterback choosing when to hike, maybe Anderson has a lack of faith in his skill position guys. Interesting. As here on 3rd down, he was right to not have faith. Picked off by Andy Pino, and Westlake gets it back. Westlake has the chance to make it a 3-possession game before the end of the half. Remember, as I just said, they start with the ball in the second half, as there's Nigel Wiggins, 39 yards to the house, and this game is starting to look ugly. 21-3 is your score. Westlake is up big. Now LSU absolutely has to score this drive, or else, man, they're in trouble. Pass is nearly picked off, but instead Joe Callahan somehow grabs it. That was a really bad pass from Anderson. He got hella lucky that Callahan was right there to make the play. So now about 50 seconds to go in the half. Both teams have all 3 timeouts as it's picked off by John Paul Patterson. And now Westlake has the chance to make it a 4-possession game before halftime. Oh, did I mention the Hornets start the second half off on offense? This game is just falling apart from LSU right now. I thought LSU was ranked in the top 10. What has happened? They have absolutely collapsed in front of our very eyes. As now there's a wide open man deep. That's Noah Newton. Nobody covered him. And that'll be a touchdown. Each of Westlake's last 2 possessions have only lasted 1 play each. The big touchdown for Wiggins, and now this one for Newton. And Westlake leads at 28-3. Oh no, not 28-3. Not again. You know, I would say Westlake is out of this game, but we have seen crazier things. I'm looking at you, Falcons. Each of Westlake's past 2 possessions have only lasted 1 play each, and we could have the same narrative again. We won't, but it is still a 27-yard gain for Luka. A little bit of an underthrown pass by Curtis. But still, I don't think Westlake's complaining. They're up by 25. Westlake has gone full-on Mamba mentality mode these past couple minutes. Rest in peace, Kobe. 2nd and 9. Here's Daly. He loses a yard. That's Beverly who brings him down. So, hey, maybe Westlake's going to have to punt it, and maybe LSU can make this one closer at least. 2nd and 12 here for LSU. 3-back set. As here's Derek Anderson looking to throw it. Anderson under a little bit of pressure. He's going to get it over to Owens, who trucks JPP, and that'll be a first down. I'm not going to promote an LSU comeback or nothing, but hey, maybe they make this a little bit closer. The Tigers now have it at the 42-yard line. It is first down. 4 receivers set here on this play. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. As Anderson, he cannot find anyone open, but he will get it to Starks, who does create some separation, gaining 24. The Tigers are now in the red zone. 2nd and goal at the 1. LSU has a chance to punch it in here and cut the deficit down to about 18. Handoff for Owens. That's Jason Owens for a touchdown. The change of pace back. I think this is the first non-carry by an LSU running back whose name is not Leonard Ball. That made no grammatical sense, but we'll go with it. Westlake is putting an emphasis on running the ball this drive. They're already starting to chew some clock. Here's Young motion. Handoff for Daly. He's going to get the first and more down the sidelines, and it'll be tackled past the 30. And Westlake's offense is really looking good. They have an opportunity to once again make it a 4-possession game, Westlake is back in the red zone. They are 2 for 2 today with 2 touchdowns. Let's see if they can get a third. As on 2nd down, short pass over to Luka, gets by the defender, and is going to be tackled in the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the day, Curtis's 4th, and this lead gets even bigger for the Hornets. Westlake was able to answer LSU with a touchdown of their own, and it's once again a 25-point Hornet lead as we near towards the end of the 3rd. Here's Derek Anderson. He's going to hope he gets lucky, and he does not. Picked off by Andy Pino. That's Pino's 2nd of the game. The 3rd one thrown from Anderson. And now Westlake can continue to just march down the field. Westlake's offense was unable to score after the Andy Pino interception, but they did take time off the clock, which is really all that matters right now. Anderson gets it to an open man. That's Hampton! What did he just do to Marcus Jones? Jones just got violated by that stiff arm. We got to look at that one again. I mean, LSU needs all the bright spots they can get, and boom! Get wrecked, son. Unlike Hampton, however, Marcus Jones's team is up by 25, so I don't think he's all too upset. Anderson on first down, looking to throw it. He gets it over to Taylor, who's open. Down the field, pushed out inside the 25 by the other safety, Marcus Lee. LSU is doing a pretty solid job of trying to make this game look competitive, even though it's not. 2nd and goal, Hampton in motion. It's going to be a play fake. Here's Derek Anderson. He has time. He has an open man. That's Eric Holden for the wide open touchdown, and LSU will make it a 3-score game with 3:46 to go in the game. Look at LSU being cute, going for the onside kick. They think they might actually win. Yeah, they're not. Noah Newton picks it up for the Hornets, and it's just chewing the clock time if you're Westlake. So it is a 4th down for the Hornets, and the game clock does have more time left than the play clock. So we're going to see the field goal unit. Here's Volker Gantz, his first field goal attempt of the day. That is how this game ends. Great win for Westlake. I mean, the Hornets have blown out some pretty bad teams. Utah State, Illinois, and Cal. None of them are great. But they blew out a top 10 team in the nation. It was only a 21-point game, but the Hornets won this game by a larger score than the scoreboard suggests. Massive win for Westlake today, and next episode will be the recruiting special featuring a few special guests. So keep your eyes on that and have a good one. Peace.